26 constituencies that are going to poll today in this second phase of elections in Jammu and Kashmir Union Territory. Ajay also on the telecast with me. Ajay, you are in NowShera right now. What is the voter turnout in NowShera constituency?
Well, Megha, finger crossed, and I am expecting that this time, once again, people of this NowShera constituency in the Rajouri district as well, they will break their own record, which was previously they have made during the parliament election. Because during the assembly election, there are some, we can say that there, people believe that, casting vote means that electing a local representative. So that's why people basically, participate in large numbers. So that is what we am expecting. And you could see that even in the afternoon, people are coming and entering to this polling station. That indicates that they want to elect a person, they want to choose a person to whom they can at least, track after he got elected, because they know that if they have to develop their area, they need a perfect, we can say that a representative in this area. Till now, our sources are saying that 50% polling have been reported in this NowShera constituency, and that number is still continuing, and it is expected that people will, people will come in large number after in the afternoon as well, because during the daytime there was huge, huge number of people, those who are basically present over there in the rural belt of the NowShera constituency, like the people, those who lived on the line of control area, and in the city, in the town, in the city, the number of people, those who were present over there on the polling station, their number was less. But it is expected that in the evening they will once again started coming to the polling station to cast their vote to elect a person in the NowShera as well. And
right, absolutely. Also, Ajay, give us details about the kind of security arrangement that has been deployed in the various polling booths in the district of Rajouri here in NowShera constituency, keeping in mind these are sensitive areas which have witnessed targeted killings and attacks on the police personnel, on the army personnel in the recent weeks and months.
Yes, Megha, you rightly said, and this is the NowShera constituency where only few days back, 2 terrorists were killed on the line of control. Number of terror incident has reported in the Rajouri district when civilians were targeted in the past, when we have seen that forces even were targeted. But as far as the security is concerned, adequate security measures are put in place over here, outside and inside the polling station as well. You could see that ITBP personnel and SSD personnel and other paramilitary forces have been deployed over here on the polling station to ensure that if any untoward incident happens, then they have to deal accordingly. And especially when these areas are, whether it's the Rajouri and the Poonch, these are the sensitive zones where in the past, in the previous times, number of terror incident has taken place. We have seen that how number of terror attacks has taken place in which, civilians were targeted, but forces of personnel have been targeted by the security forces. You could see that, these are the paramilitary forces and the Jammu and Kashmir personnel, those who have been deployed over here in part of the NowShera constituency to ensure that people polling can take place. QRT teams have been, deployed in these part of the NowShera and the Rajouri Poonch constituencies to ensure that if any terror-related incident happens and if any attack happens, then they have to thwart it accordingly. So these are the preparedness of the forces on the ground. And
but has these terror attacks that have taken place, attacks on our police personnel, army personnel, law and order enforcement agencies, deterred in any way from people coming and casting their vote?
Please repeat your question, Megha.
Has the number of incidents where attacks have taken place on the law and order enforcement agencies, particularly in Jammu division, particularly in NowShera and Rajouri, in some way deterred people from coming out and voting?
Megha, no, that I can surely say you that it's a big no on this. And what I have seen on the ground, if we talk about the Dhangri, where 7 civilians were killed by the terrorists while entering their houses. Terrorists, 2 to 3 terrorists, they basically entered the houses in the Dhangri village of Rajouri, which is only a few kilometers from this NowShera constituency. In that location, particular location where that major attack took place, people in large number, they came out and they used their voting right, and they have they cast their vote. And after that, if you talk about the Thana Mandi, where one civilian was killed who was a brother of army personnel, he was killed brutally by the terrorists while entering their house. Even from that house, all the people, they came out and they used their voting right. That shows that how people want to basically participate, not only here in the Punch, even where Totapir and other adjoining area where a terror incident has taken place, where army personnel were targeted. In that areas are also, voting percentage is more than 55%, and it is expected that till evening that will cross the 70% mark. So that shows that there is no deterrent among the people.
Right.
As far as these terror attacks are concerned. And even in NowShera, only 4 to 5 days back, there was a infiltration attempt. Twin infiltration attempt took place there in the NowShera's sector area in Lam, and that was thwarted by the Indian Army, and 2 terrorists were gunned down. See, but incident of terrorist spotting was reported in different part of the NowShera area. Even in that area, people in large number, they came out and they are using their voting right. So that
Right,
is, that
absolutely. Ajay, also, what are the key issues of the people, of the voters, on the basis of which that they are casting their vote?
Mega, since morning I'm speaking to the people from Lamberi to NowShera to Jhangar to other part of this constituency, and even to in the Sundarbani. What I have observed that people at large, what they want basically, a candidate who can develop their area. There is an issue among the youngsters. There is an issue of unemployment. They say that they want some person who can at least help them to get jobs, who can, they need a government who can help them to at least, to get jobs over here in the Jammu and Kashmir. And if you talk about the drugs, that is also a major issue in the Jammu and Kashmir. In Kashmir as well as in the Rajouri Punch area, people are saying that youngsters want some solution as far as the drugs are concerned. Let's speak to some people over here. एक ही जानना चाहूंगा, युवाओं के लिए यहाँ पर क्या मसले हैं जिनको लेकर आप वोट डाल रहे हैं?
वोट इसलिए डाल रहे हैं, युवा यहाँ पे बेरोजगार है। जब से बीजेपी की हुकूमत आई है, पूरे हिंदुस्तान की बुरी हालत हो गई है। हम यहाँ
मगर काम तो बड़े हुए हैं, सेंट्रल लेवल पे हुए हैं। कहने का मतलब ये है, हमें बीजेपी से कुछ नहीं है। हमारा क्या है कि हमने नौशहरा के डेवलपमेंट के लिए सुंदर चौधरी को वोट देना है और भारी मतों से जिता के इस बार 10,000 प्लस लीड लेके हमने जीतना है। So you can see that people, those who basically are casting their vote, they have different voices. They want a local person. Somebody says that they need a local representative who can help them to develop their area. Some says that there is an issue of unemployment, and that's why they want their area, their issues to be addressed. Several says that they don't have any issue with the 370 or something, but what they want is that they want their representative whom they are going to elect. They at least can come to their area. They can at least check with the people that what they exactly are expecting. So these are the issues what they are, saying if as far as the NowShera constituency is concerned.
Also, I see now the crowd is thinning out. The voters that were standing in the queues in large numbers, they have already voted. They have taken the advantage of the early morning when it is not hot and humid, and decided to cast their vote. Right now, perhaps on a break, this is lunchtime. Likelihood of more people trickling into the booths after 3 p.m. or 4 p.m.
Yes, that is what I can say, because this NowShera is a town. Earlier I was in a far-flung area, like in the line of control, near the line of control. And what I have observed there, that a number of people, those who are coming, they continuously are coming to the polling station. For almost 2 hours, I was there, and I have seen that at least 20, 30 people in the queue. But as far as this town is concerned, if you say that people in 1 or 2 or 4 in numbers, they are coming to cast their vote here on the polling station, that indicates basically this is also a kind of urban area. So people in large groups, they are not coming because they don't want their time to be spent over here and facing the heat maybe, and that's why they are coming to this location, this polling station, one by one, or in very less in numbers.
Right, absolutely. Thank you, Ajay, for giving us those details. He is in NowShera, which is in Rajouri. People have come out in large numbers, 55% of them casting their vote already. It is another 3 to 4 hours left up until 6 p.m. when more are expected. The percentage is likely to reach at least 70 to 75%. Remember, in Jammu, people have traditionally come out in large numbers, as opposed to how the voting percentage has been witnessed a pattern in Kashmir, which has unprecedentedly changed. First in the Lok Sabha elections, then later on in the Assembly elections 2024. Also on the telecast with me right now is my reporter